everybody. You're watching the Synergy League. This is the China Division. My name is Triumph Man. I will be joined by Slash for this cast, a phone to friend. And, well, right now, DK, bit of a rocky start. They were going all right at the beginning, and then unfortunately the Blink Daggers came online and they got screwed over. They just lost their ability to farm at all and got shut down something fierce in the mid-game and ended up just falling to that super farmed anti-mage.
10 seconds.
Slash, we've got a Terrorblade and a Batrider Banster. Terrorblade, everybody's super scared of him. I want to talk to somebody else about this because I haven't had a chance. I feel like Terrorblade is definitely very good, but I think he needs more time in the pool before we decide whether or not he's just completely overpowered and always gets first banned.
He is OP. if you're asking me, yeah. I think TB is basically a better version of Naga. He's the only hero in the game that can naturally use ranged illusions without Mantis style, so that makes him extremely strong. It's a pain in the ass to play against him because it's similar to Lycan really. Like, you lose one team fight against a TB and your base is gone. Like, it's really easy to play TB and it's very hard to punish it. So that's what makes him really strong. And then if you go try against him, sometimes he even wins it, so that's why. I think TB is incredibly strong, so he is definitely first ban, first pick material, and yeah, it's not easy to play against the hero. It's simply that he's very annoying to play against. And it's an illusion hero that you don't even need to go Radiance on. That's how strong he is.
Yeah, he's like, even if you shut down his lane, even from like level 4 onwards, he can just go, you know what, I'm in the jungle now, come and find me. And it's really dangerous to try and chase him around the jungle, especially if there are aggressive supports on the opposing team. But we will have a Faceless Void picked up with a Sky Mage, a nice 1-2 combo there. Of course, the Chronosphere is a really good spell against, when paired up with the Mana Flare, the Mystic Flare, but Vengeful Spirit though, a decent counter also picked up against their Faceless Void, so it's going to be hard for him to just sort of prioritize a single target with the Chrono. He's going to have to make sure he at least gets a couple, otherwise it's going to be a pretty big waste with just basically getting a Vengeful Spirit out of it and nothing else. Oh man, we'll see how this rolls on though. I am a little...
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I'm looking at this lineup here, and they've got the Vengeful, but they're up against the Faceless Void and the Skyreth Mage. Do you feel like this is going to be an off-lane Faceless Void here, Slash?
I think Void is overall a very warranted first pick, simply because you don't know which lane he's going to be on. He's decent on the off lane, he's really good on the safe lane, he can even be run solo mid, seen it a couple of times. Basically, in terms of picking order, the early Morphling ban is a bit surprising to me. I don't really know why you would ban Morphling that early, but hey, he's a good carry, so... DP, no surprise here, really strong, and CTUI is incredibly good on the DP, just couldn't do anything last game. They just lacked lockdown. They had silence, but that was basically it. They had no real stun apart from the VS. I hope this time around they're gonna draft a bit of a better lineup, that's just easier to play overall. But yeah, Faces Void Skyreth, everybody knows the combo. It's incredibly annoying. Skyreth's second pick also makes you essentially the other team doesn't really want to pick Brewmaster, which opens up for HGT now to have the opportunity to pick Brewmaster themselves. So I think overall the drafting so far it's been quite good for HGT. I think they got everything they wanted.
Yeah, Ancient Seal up against Brewmaster, really frustrating. Speaking of the Morphling, there has been getting a lot of play actually recently. And actually, did you watch the earlier games tonight? There was actually a Terrorblade Morphling on the same team. That was
really?
Yeah, IG picked Terrorblade Morphling, and they dual laned the Morphling mid, backed up by a Lich, and just basically completely crushed the Death Broth in that lane. There was nothing she could do. She did get picked off once early, which she shouldn't have died to. Just pretty much a Frost Blast and Waveform caught her out, but still, Chuan kept rotating with Rubik and picking off 3v1. There was nothing they could do about that, and Terrorblade, like you said, just kept disappearing in the jungle. They just couldn't put any pressure on him, and he just got stupidly farmed in the end.
Yeah, it's basically, if greed is not punished, it's so annoying to play against, especially this version. So I think there are plenty of pro players currently that are quite annoyed by the patch because it's bringing hard carries back. I remember back then when hard carries were really popular, then everybody's crying about that the games are boring, are dragging on for way too long, and everybody wanted a more aggressive meta game. And now people want to change of pace again because they don't like Deathball push. So hey, we're back to hard carries. That's basically it. I think Lich is incredibly... Okay, they pick it. Well, whatever. So, I think Lich is also really a first pick material because he just wins lanes flat out. That's why I think he's incredibly strong. And yeah, it's HGT. They currently have like 2 supports that also combo quite nicely with the Faceless Void. So their team fight is really good. Their lanes are really strong already, with Skywrath being one of the best zoning supports, perhaps the best. Remaining. And then Lich, which just destroys lanes. It doesn't matter which lane he's on, he just flat out wins the lane most of the time. So yeah, that's basically the only thing that's currently lacking from. They don't really, like, Skywrath can solo roam, but it's more likely that HGT are going to run dual lanes, so Skywrath probably is going to stay on the lane. So their roaming potential isn't as strong, but yeah. And DK, on the other hand, they go for the Rubik 3rd pick. Plenty of good stuff to steal this game, so yeah. And Rubik Vengeful, that's a very strong roaming combo. So maybe they'll try to win the laning stage this time around. But a Doom pickup by DK, 4th pick. Also, well, probably more of a counter pick to the Brewmaster than more than anything. Doom isn't as good against Faceless Void as he used to be, because he doesn't really disable passives anymore. Unless he builds an Agnum Scepter, of course. But yeah, Doom is still a good pick. I think he got nerfed pretty damn hard, but he's still really good. It's just currently, I think DK, that's more of a counter pick to the Brewmaster and like something that actually amplifies their lineup. Because if you look at it, they don't really have good push apart from DP. Doom is more of a greedy hero, so he's, I don't know, they don't really have much split push potential. Currently really liking HGT's lineup a lot better.
I'm looking at DK's lineup. To me, their game plan seems to be they're looking at the Lich, they're looking at the Skywrath, and they're saying, well, like you mentioned, they're not really able to, they're not going to roam, they're not going to rotate, they're going to be relatively static. If there's any weakness Lich has, it's the fact that he doesn't defend whoever he's partnered with very well. He's got the Frost Blast, but it's not fantastic, especially if he's leveling Sacrifice out ahead of it. And Vengeful Spirit and Rubik, like you mentioned, really good at roaming, really strong roamers, so they could try and just basically apply pressure and just carve up the map and try and force rotations that HDD don't want to make early, and just create room for Doom and Death Prophet to find their early farm. And Death Prophet maybe even to solo some towers once she hits level 9 or so and gets the Exorcism out and running. I like the Rubik pick as well, just because it's such a great steal against the Faceless Void. You can pretty much guarantee you get those Chronospheres, because he's got no way to defend against it. Remaining. And although it won't stop him like it used to a long time ago, it's just really solid just to throw it in against the Brewmaster Skirmisher, and he just basically get in the way and just mess up their entire initiation plan. But whoa!
I'm liking this. I'm really liking it. Yeah, Sniper. That's nice. It's I've kind of missed it. I think the change in the recent patch was kind of weird, because I felt the bash was a lot stronger. The mini stun was a lot stronger than the current attack speed and movement speed slow. So I don't really get it. I think Sniper got nerfed, so I don't know.
It feels like
I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea why you would do it, though. It makes no sense to me. Sniper was already kind of underpicked. I hate this hero. Chinese Dota? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, playing Medusa, being played by who? I think it was VPP.
KPG, I did it quite a few times, I think.
Yeah, maybe it was KPG. It was one of those CIS teams, but yeah. The offlane Medusa. Weird stuff.
I hate that hero so much. I took reworked Bloodseeker and Phantom Lancer, which I both think both of them were kind of fine. I think you should have reworked Musa instead, but hey, that's just my opinion. You don't do anything but being tanky and right-clicking, so that's, I don't know, I think the hero is incredibly boring, like much more so than the other ones. And is it just me, or...
I agree.
Okay.
I mean, at least she's got like more buttons to push than bloody Wraith King.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anyway,
Perfect world is not being kind of me. I have to reconnect. So.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll see you in a moment. While you're reconnecting, I will call out the lineups here. So for DK on the Radiant side, we've got XBG on the Rubik, Black playing the Doom, CTY on the Death Prophet again, Cold Snap playing the Vengeful Spirit, and Dreamy running the Medusa on the Dice side. For HGT, we have ZSMJ on the Sniper, Double X there standing in on the Faceless Void, Kaka on the Brewmaster, and freaking, he's got a weird Sissy or something on the Lich, and Pretty Whore there on the Skywrath Mage. And I also should enable, hang on one sec, there we go, the one back, because HGT have won the first match. This is the second in the best of 2 series, and this will determine whether they scored a tie or a loss or a win. So we will have a 1 advantage for DK, and this is their chance to redeem themselves, salvage everybody, solve their fans' rares. Good luck with that.
The battle.
Oh, that's mean. Okay, I'm back in the game and it seems to be fine to me. So, are they actually aggro trying with the Medusa?
Mystic Snake actually really stinks. I don't know if they're going to aggro try. They're just going to go up here for the early pick-off. Just say, you know what, let's see if we can nick an early kill. And then just try and create some space elsewhere. Because, I mean, if they keep roaming and shutting down mid, that might force some rotations out. Because it is just going to be a Brewmaster up against the... It is just going to be a Brewmaster and a Skywrath up against the Medusa. And she can probably do okay against that.
I think the main reason is that they probably don't want to try that against the Lich dual offlane, so... and they know that HGT are running dual lane, so might as well just put the Medusa offlane, I guess. But that basically means that, well, what's the Doom going to do? He's currently just jungling, apparently bot lane's being abandoned, so yeah.
Often we see sometimes we see the suicide lane abandoned, but rarely ever see the safe lane abandoned. But I mean, fair enough, if they're going to lose all their farm from the downside of this though, sure they'll get some more farm from Medusa, but it's going to make life harder for XPG and Cold Snap to actually find their own farm. They're not going to have the... Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Looks like I'm the only one who hates Perfect World Service, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's...
You go.
Pardon? Oh, okay, yeah. Yep. So, I'm kind of surprised that they're putting a dual offlane with Void. Most of the time, you kind of want a Lich dual lane that is also has some certain killing potential, and Void doesn't really grant you that. So I'm a bit surprised that Lich is. I think right now, seeing that they are aggro trying with the Medusa, I believe that DK should start rotating the Lich to top lane, and then they'll flat out win the lane. Void is going to be fine one-on-one against the Doom, especially with the early advantage. So I don't really get it. I would have probably put Void... No, I probably would have put Void Skywrath top lane, and then Brewmaster with Lich bot, so they would actually have some kind of killing potential. Just Void on his own doesn't really grant you that much.
I guess their thinking was they maybe did not expect the aggressive trial to come. Like you said, it was pretty big. Who runs an aggressive trial with a Medusa?
Okay. Well, it's the first that I'm seeing in a live game at least, but yeah. Probably a few teams have done it before, but still. I think it's HGT, if they don't react to this, it's pretty stupid. Because right now, the Brewmaster, he is the main guy, really. Void and Sniper are not going to do too much during mid game, but if you have a fat Brewmaster, you can force a lot of fights and win them. So,
or at the very least, just stall the game out and make it harder to push in, especially up against the DP.
Yeah, pretty much. The biggest problem for DK is it's just their supports are going to be incredibly underleveled if they don't get any kills. So maybe HGT are just thinking, well, it's a trade-off. Like, our Brewmaster is not going to get free farm, but their supports are not going to get any levels.
Yeah. They might even, I mean, at a couple more levels, and what is going to be wow, he gets bashed there on Black. Black turns to try and fight him, regrets it immediately. But they might actually say, you know what, Lich, we don't need your bottom anymore. The Void can mostly just handle the Doom on his own. But there we go, Frost Blast comes in, a leap forward with the Time Walk, and now Black, if he gets a bash, he's all sorts of dead. There we go.
RNG.
RNGG. He did go for the second level, though, in the Time Lock, so he was trying for it at the very least. Nothing more obnoxious than level 1 Time Locks coming out.
Yeah. It's
10% chance every time.
Nah, easy. But yeah, what I mean is, if you look at it, if they had a Brewmaster bot lane, it would have been a really easy kill. Like, they wouldn't even need to rely on the bash to get the kill. So, I don't know. It's a trade-off, but they still managed to get it, so that's great. So the Doom is not gonna have a fun time. I mean, you can't really zone him out too much currently, so he's gonna get levels, but he's not gonna get too much farm really. And Sniper is doing surprisingly well in the mid lane. He has piss poor base damage, but ZSMJ, his mechanics are still pretty damn good. And if you look at it from last game in Invoker, Karka's Invoker got completely destroyed by CTY mid in terms of CS, but
yes,
ZSMJ Sniper is doing quite well, so yeah.
Actually, maybe they're focusing the Void because they just, the Chronosphere, if they can get the early farm like the Scepter for the cooldown, one of the biggest problems, of course, picking the Sniper is, especially after his mini-bash got taken away, is just zoning with him and getting pushed out of the fight and just trying to stay away from the fight. But if he's got a nice big Chronosphere to zone the fight for him, that'll just let him basically focus fire into the Death Prophet or something like that. So maybe that's their train of thought here. Like you said, just a trade-off, get the Void farmed up, because they feel like the Void's going to be more important if they can get the early items on him.
Smoke gank incoming. They're currently in the jungle. They're searching for the Skywrath, but unfortunately Skywrath is actually rotating mid just now, so they're not going to find him.
Might be able to get this Brewmaster. Oh no, they're going to wrap back to mid here. Smoke running out of time though. And Lich also just sort of wandering around as well.
They were trying to catch him pulling, but yeah. Lich is it's fine. It's basically he's just scouting the rune, so it's no surprise here. But Skyward's just really dodged the bullet there.
Yeah, they don't have the... Oh, they might have... I don't know when they smoked up. They might have been spotted by the dire ward that they have up in the lane there.
I think they know where they are because they're not seeing them on the lane top, so...
Yeah, and look where Sniper's positioning. He's really wary of a gank coming from the top end. He's staying as down. ZSMJ staying as low as he possibly can, but he might come in trouble here. They've got the Wave of Terror to scout if they want to. There it goes. Clips him. He's into trouble now if they can get the stun, but he's got boots, and Venge doesn't. They're not going to be able to get this.
Yeah, I think that was really unfortunate. But ZSMJ, as you already said, he's so experienced. He knows the only plausible way to come for a gank was from the top lane. So yeah, and bot lane Doom is being dove, and he's probably gonna go down. Yep. That's a kill, easy.
I wonder how many dashes boy got on that. As Rubik's
you got one.
Timely
You got one.
Oh, okay, just one.
Nothing more. Yeah, he's not even bothering to go backtrack. He doesn't really need it. So I mean, it's still for the one value point, but now the supports are rotating. Bot lane with a Doom, that's still not going to do much.
No, they're not going to get a pick up here at all.
No, it's simply just frees up Panda on top because he knows Medusa's on her own. So.
Plus side, we'll give Medusa some levels as well. So you see the assassination coming on CTY, just harassing him back, or not actually gets cancelled up, just runs out of range. It's
fine. It's not getting shrapnel, but he's just casually basically just assassinating. And I mean, CTY still has a bottle, so I don't know what it's really for. I mean, you have the Ring of Arcula mana regen, so might as well just do it.
Well, he wasn't doing anything else with the mana, was he? And we see Doom find some Tranquils, maybe he can get something happening here. But right now, 2 kills for HGT, both on the bottom lane. Doom, how do you feel like letting this Medusa go, though? Because they're pretty much just letting her farm. She's not farming as well as the Void, but she's still getting plenty of time to last hit. Do you think this is going to cost them later in the game? Because the Stone Gaze is really irritating. If Void tries to come to Chrono, she can just basically throw down the Stone Gaze defensively and completely disrupt the fight.
Maybe. The thing with Dusa is she's really... her period is way later than the Void's. Void comes online way earlier with just, I don't know, 30 Mask of Madness or something, and then you can start going for solo. So he's going for Midas. I mean, he's so fast, might as well do it, right? So, but Medusa basically needs so many items before she really becomes relevant. So most of the time you see a Lincoln Sphere on her, although this game I would really not recommend it. But it's a common item, and I mean, maybe you just go for drums, Power Treads, Arcula drums, and then I don't know, Manta style, and then straight into some damage items.
I've seen a couple of games so far in the Sinji League where the Medusa comes on earlier than normal, about the 30-minute mark or so. She gets online with only sort of mediocre farm, but she just goes for that Lincoln's first. But what they do is they have the double steroids for her, and they almost might be able to do that this game. They do have the Vengeful Spirit Aura, as well as they've got whatever auras that Doom can pick up for the team. I'm a little bit worried though, because when I saw it done, it was basically they picked an Ogre as well as the Magnus. And they had Bloodlust as well as Empower on her, and she was hitting so freaking hard at the 30-minute mark, and she was really tanky too, like ridiculously tanky, because she just got the Lincolns first and the casual Yasha.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know. Lincoln's is a very common item figure for carries. Simply you don't really need to go back to base, and DK are really having issues. So
they might have to rehost this.
I hope not. Well, I hope so if it gets rid of all the issues, but let's see. But as I said, the decision to run an aggro try with Dusa just means the supports of DK are under level compared to HGT supports. If you look at it, DK has 2 level 3 supports, and Lich is level 5 on the HGT side, Skyreth is level 4. So yeah, it's just simply a trade-off that you go for. I mean, it's nice and all, and now they rotated Dusa bot lane as well, so she can safely farm. Doom is currently just running through the jungle, probably going to go to the big camp, and okay, that's cleared, so might as well wait 10 seconds and then use Devour on something. But yeah, Void is completely free farming. CT-wise, Death Prophet in mid, same thing really, it's also free farming. And Sniper, well, it's really hard to out CS a DP with a Sniper, so...
He's got 30 CS, is pretty good going in. like HGT is in a better position right now, though, because it feels like they're playing, their plan has gone off. Whereas DK, it looked like the draft said, all right, we've got the Rubik, we've got the Vengeful Spirit, we've got the aggressive support, we can go and roam them and kill and just carve up the map and make all sorts of trouble for HGT. And this just hasn't happened. They haven't landed a single kill yet. They've rotated twice, didn't find a kill mid, rotated bottom, still didn't find a kill there. So it really feels like a lot of rumours coming out here for HGT to work with. Yeah,
it's basically DK's roaming it's kind of a low percentage play if you think about it. Apart from DP, Deucer and Doom, like if you rotate to those two lanes, you can't really kill somebody with it. Like, Deucer throws a Mr. Snake, Doom, I guess, right clicks. That's basically it. So you can't really roam too much on those two lanes. It doesn't really do anything. The lane that the Lich is on is always close to the enemy tower, so you can't really go for a dive. Faceless Void has got Time Walk, so very difficult to kill. And Brewmaster is really tanky and has got evasion, not very easy. Sniper is staying mid lane, which is the shortest lane, and he's maxing out take aim, so he has an insane range. He basically is always staying in tower range, so it's very hard to actually roam those heroes.
Yeah. It feels like if they landed a couple of ganks here on ZSMJ, it would have been all worth it, even if they had to trade a kill for it, just to get this death prop and slow down the sniper. It's a shame they waited so long to dive on him in the mid lane. They waited until the smoke ran out. If they'd gone in with the smoke, maybe they would have caught him in time. And as it is, he's going to sneak away there, and we're still... Wow, really?
Wow.
Jeez.
This is not looking good.
I'm blaming you.
I know, it's just...
You're the new factor here. This is your fault.
Okay, I guess so, yeah. I have the powers to disconnect. I just don't like DK, I guess.
You've got bets. You've got bets on HGT.
I have bets on HGT. No, actually, I don't bet. But I would bet on them if I were betting. I just think they are the better team at the moment, at least. And I think CTY is an amazing player in terms of mechanics, but he simply sometimes his decision making is, how should I say, questionable, I guess is the appropriate word. So yeah, I think he's still not matured enough to be a really good player. I think his mechanical skill is definitely among the top of the world. He's definitely as good as Mushi, as Arteezy, as Dendi. Definitely, his mechanical skill is insane. You always see him winning his lane. Like right now, it's minute 750. Once again, he's leading the CS charts. He almost always does in every game. He's just so good of a laner. But his in-game like fighting decisions and item decisions sometimes are a bit lacking. So. Yeah.
So what he's saying is he has a horse moment every now and then where he goes, you know, I'm going to fight this fight, and whoops.
Yeah, he does. He really does. Like, especially if he's on like heroes like Queen of Pain, and he tends to he always crushes the early game as Queen of Pain and then starts feeding at some point.
This is a Doom rotating with a smoke gank. They're going to try and get the Doom down here on ZSMJ. This should work here. Unfortunately, they block each other up. A bit of a train wreck coming in here, but they will get the Doom out along with the lift. They finally bring down ZSMJ after they work out that carpool there issues.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate, so you're supposed to get the... What? Lich? Body, you have a haste rune, but it was about to run out, so at least they get a tower as well, so that's pretty good. That's nice, it's a nice wraparound, but... and the tier 1 mid is always nice to get rid of, so the enemy support can't really rotate as well. I don't think they're too concerned about it though, it's mostly currently just HGT wanting to farm, DK is mostly wanting to farm, Crosshair being popped on bot, but that is... really underwhelming right now. It's not doing any damage. It's not enough. It's really not enough.
Yeah, not enough. He actually just cancels his screw, not worth it. Oh no, he's going to go for it now. There we go. Assassinate comes out. There's a lot of damage, but there's no follow there. They could even, now the mid tier 1 down, you said that they probably won't worry about it, and I think you're right. They could just say, alright, well, Sniper, go top. We'll put the Brewmaster mid now. He's had enough time.
It's, I don't know, that Chronosphere is still baffling me so much. First of all, basically the Chronosphere was placed that way so that when Sniper TPs in, he TPs into the Chrono, so that wasn't very good. Then the hero TPing was a Sniper who really doesn't have that much burst damage. And the hero that you were going on was doing with a Medusa with Mana Shield on, so yeah, that was kind of awkward. I don't know what they were really thinking, but yeah.
Hell, YOLO, go for it. Maybe we'll
just might as well. Just fingers were itching, I guess. So I haven't used Chronosphere at all in this game, so I might as well use it. Brewmaster has a Blink Dagger now, so that's good. That's good news. Probably still needs Arcane Boots, or well, maybe Treads if he wants to give that to extend his mana pool a bit. Because at the moment it's you have Clap and one ulti. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, he's pretty tight in the mana. Should also mention that Void went for Midas first.
Radiant's top
He's going to have his chrono
tower
up in
is
30
under
seconds, so
attack.
they could wait for that and then push the top tier 1, possibly get some kills if we see some rotations try and stop it. CTY on the other hand, at the bottom, gonna probably pop his Exorcism in a moment. Oh, you know what? Probably not. I don't want to pop Exorcism for like a tower on 300 health, if possible.
I don't know. They're gonna have Cliff. Might as well do it.
Dire's
Yeah,
bottom
true.
tower is under attack. Dire's
I mean, the thing is,
Level
level 1 Exorcism is so underwhelming. Oh, XPD, yeah, holding there.
There's some regret there. Void gonna leap in. Easy kill.
Easy deny?
Dire's
Yeah,
bottom tower.
good.
I don't know what's going on there.
That's, I don't know. You're pushing a tower, you're running past the tower to place a ward. Not very smart. I think the plays in this game so far have been, I don't know, maybe the players are affected by the disconnects as well. But it seems
Hey, that
just so
would work
weird.
if they had the Vengeful Spirit scout it first. So like,
Radiant's
alright, it's
top
safe.
tower
Get up
is
there
under
with the Wave of
attack.
Terror. Go in and place the ward.
Dire's
Okay, now we can
middle
go in and
tower
place it.
is
But
under
yeah, like
attack.
you're right. Like it's just, I'm gonna run in the jungle, face tank whatever gank happens to be there, and whoops, I'm dead.
The thing is, I'm surprised, don't they have a sentry ward? Okay, they don't have a sentry ward yet, it's probably coming out on the courier, is it? Yeah, there we go, sentry ward coming out. It's
Radiant's top tower.
a movement
is
like
under
this,
attack.
it's basically also telling your opponents
Dire's
where your
middle
ward
tower
is,
is
and
under attack.
pretty hard to basically, okay, nice, so we get a free kill, we get a free D ward, easy. That was such a weird play there, and I believe it's something that separates the top teams from the sort of tier 2 teams on bot. Kaka jumping on bot, he doesn't want to pop the primal split, which is surprising because without it, don't think he's. Oh yeah, okay, lift is on cooldown, clap, and now you don't have any Oh wow,
Radiant's
okay.
bottom tower is under attack.
It's
really-
pretty damn close. If that Fade Bolt didn't hit him, he would have
Dire's
killed
middle
him.
tower
The
is
damage
under
reduction
attack.
saved his life.
He would have. The thing is, I'm surprised he doesn't go for it. You could have just ultied. I don't know. He could have just been clap ulti and Rubik was killed for sure. Was dead for sure. But
Are
yeah,
fortified.
Maybe
at the moment just
Radiant's bottom
yeah.
He might want just to save it for a potential like game value target later, or like a fight that's going to break out, because they are pushing towers. Whereas if you spend like the 2.5 minute cooldown on primal split, and then you need it for a fight.
Thing is,
could
both
be
teams are
expensive.
just trading. They're not really looking for fight that much. So even Doom is going back for Midas. I mean, Tranquil boots into Midas is the really standard build. You see it quite often. CTY also this time not going for Midas, but picking up the Yules. Doesn't mean that he's still not going to get one later. I've seen it a couple of times after Yules, and go for Midas if the game is stalling, basically. So yeah. It's overall, but both teams seem to be just content farming. HGT believe they have the upper hand with both Sniper and Faceless Void, like a dual core against Medusa single. Well, it's not really single core, you still have a DP to worry about, so.
Yeah, she never really drops off in the late game, does she? That Exorcism almost always hurts. Especially when
Yeah,
she's backed
Exorcism-
up by the Stone
yeah.
Gaze. You catch someone with Stone Gaze, oh, they're gonna die so quick.
Yeah, its Exorcism is really strong because you don't need to right click actually to stand there. Like sometimes it's a huge issue with carriers, especially melee carriers, that you get kited. But DP can just run at you, and she's so fast, so she's always going to be able to deal damage.
You
That's
can chrono her,
basically
and she doesn't care. They still bite you.
Yeah, that's it. That's what makes a really good hero. So, but yeah, overall, just ZSMJ going for Midas. I mean, he's got a glass of haste, so that might be it.
Yep.
He
Well,
could go
the
for
Faceless Void could
Maelstrom.
do Maelstrom as well. Void's got a Maelstrom,
Yeah.
or working towards one rather. He's got the Midas and the extra gloves.
Dire's top tower
VS,
is
I don't
under
know,
attack.
farming the enemy jungle? Solo? Yeah, you're probably fucked. Buddy.
Oh no, cold snap!
What
Gonna
are
get
those
snapped in
plays?
half.
I mean, what are you thinking? You're like on your own in the enemy jungle and farming their stacked neutral camp as a VS. Well, that's not gonna work, buddy. You're level 5. You don't even have swap to.
Dire's
I know
top
what's
tower
happened.
is
I
under attack.
know what's happened. It's
yeah,
Xiao 8's
go ahead.
wedding on the 17th, and the drinking's already started. We've actually, the China League's taking a break. The China Sinji League's taking a break for 2 days because of Xiao 8's wedding.
Oh, okay, possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like watching the wedding stream. He's like, oh, I don't have anything to do. I'm just gonna watch the stream and farm some neutrals in the meantime. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, whatever. It's so weird. Seriously, just those plays. Why?
I guess
Why
they
those?
I guess they decided that maybe they just weren't in the jungle.
Probably like VS realized, oh, oops, that's
Dire's
not my
bottom
jungle. Oh
tower
well,
is under
that
attack.
happens.
But maybe it's the Pilot moment where you're in the way. You cop the kill, alright. But
Like Pilot
nobody else
Idas, Tyler does tactical feeding by actually creating space. I mean, I guess you could. Well, it's a bit of a stretch, but you could say she created space because she face tanked a smoke gank, a 4-man rotation.
That actually happened in the first game with the TV morphing game. Was the Lich actually walked into like 3 smoke ganks and died, and they never managed to gank the TV because of that.
Yeah, tactical feeding, man. It's a legit strat. Top lane, top Void, body, Void. Oh god.
Okay, he's gonna get stop there. Silence comes in. Oh, it doesn't work though. Too early. Throws out the chronos. See ya. I'm out. Yeah. Oh man, the silence a split second too early.
That was, I don't know. Should have just let the Doom go first, really. I mean, it's gotta be. It's hard to get it off, but thing is, if you're using the Void, chances are his cast time on Chronosphere is simply way faster than Doom. I mean, they increased his cast time in the last patch as well, so it's really awkward. Maybe CTY thought you could get the silence off before, but even that is.
I mean, I should have probably both trying to just get up there fast enough. Primal split,
instant split. Yeah.
Gets away, Rob comes out, the 5-man are gonna wait, or land some hits. They don't have Chrono though. Here comes the Stone Gaze. You know, can I set Cold Snap? No, the Vengeful Spirit's gonna go down. Mystic Flare comes in. CTY taking some serious damage. CTY's down as well. And HGT, actually no, they're still going. Medusa now, she's out of mana. She's in some serious trouble. They throw the Rubik up there. Thunderclap comes in. Dreamy's gonna fall here as well. There's no escape for him. Rubik now is on XBJ. Oh, goodbye XBJ. There's no escape for you either.
Well, the 3-2 is real, but seriously, the plays, what to do.
So that's once again 2,700 gold swing in favor of HGT. So what do you feel went wrong there for DK?
What went wrong? They're being stupid, I guess. I don't know, but once again, they tried to initiate with the Yule Scepter. The thing is, Brewmaster is gonna get the split up before you silence him or stun him with the VS. So also really good heads up play by Kaka. You just instantly not even try to go for clap or anything, just instantly go for the split. And if you looked at it, basically they thought they could turn with Exorcism and Dusa Ultimate, but Sniper was just sitting in the back line, just dishing out the deeps. Basically, they couldn't do anything. They can't get past the Brewmaster split. They can't get past the Void. So Sniper just sits in the background and just starts plinking away. Nothing to do there.
Which is also a fight because Void is used to escape. So I mean, that's just going to get worse as
it's
the
going to get a lot worse.
Landing.
Yeah, that's my point exactly. I think DK right now, they have to get a different mindset. It's like, okay, we cannot fight early game anymore, as in we really can't take fights, so just try to dodge and farm up. Because right now they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose any team fight they're taking. They're gonna lose it really hard.
Radiant's top tower.
They need a blink on Doom. Now they got the blink. Maybe they could set it up because they can get the blink and the Doom on a priority target. And maybe just get rid of the split, get that out of the way.
Radiant's top
or at least,
tower
well, I mean, Rubik obviously Void can probably still chrono after that, but at least maybe Rubik can steal the chrono and throw it in another one. I don't know. But they need some ability in these fights and some core items on Medusa at the very least because they're fighting into essentially a 4v5. Because Medusa does no damage still. Vengeful Spirit's only got the 1 value point in the aura, so it's not like she's getting that much of a steroid out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much they're relying on damage, they're relying on Exorcism and Doom, and that's about it. That's pretty much all they've got.
Yeah, that's a problem with DP. It's just also late game. It's the biggest weakness of DP is the long cooldown ultimate. If you can bait her ulti out and then I don't know, run out of it with like a Centaur Stampede or something, and then DP ultis on cooldown. It's really easy. So also that's why you see if it goes ultra late game, DPs almost always go for refresher. It's just too important.
I saw LGD. They successfully used an illusion to bait up both a Chronosphere and a Chronosphere and a freaking Exorcism, and then instead of just backing off, they went in and tried to fight. The Chronosphere just died to the Exorcism. It was so sad. See the Chrono Void? No, she's gonna jump back, not being quite here. Medusa's moving up. I thought he might jump in at her and go for the Chrono.
Yeah, it's no need to take the risks. At the moment, HGT, they just need to get some awards up, I think, and they're gonna have total map control. Yeah, they're gonna, gem pickup by the Brewmasters, really early gem. I like it. So you deward the map so that DK is not feeling safe anywhere on the map. They're going for another smoke. Boys, that's probably not gonna work. If you don't get the Doom on the Void, they're gonna lose that fight.
Yeah, there we go. Doom on the Void. They do actually manage that. We're going to get the Doom in there, but the concussive shot comes out and Void says, just walk away from this. What are you going to do?
Okay,
You're
cool.
too slow. Here comes the I'm going to slow them down. And again, DK, unfortunately, the smoke punks are whiffing. Just not quite managing to land there. It's level 1 Doom.
Yeah, you don't have any disable. It's basically Doom, yeah, nice. He can blink Doom. It's just, the supports are just, okay, buddy, but we are not there yet, so...
If he had a net, they probably could have landed that kill. But unfortunately, he had a Central War Stomp, and he had to pick between Doom or Stomp, and he went for the Doom first, obviously, because Stomp wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, it's so questionable. It's basically... They knew that Void was there, but they could have just waited a bit, maybe, because Void doesn't know they're there, that they were still smoked up, so waiting until the supports are... I don't know, in position, maybe
might have
another
been
round.
worried about because trying to push in through here is problematic because it could be someone sitting up here which will bust their smoke. Maybe they're worried about that.
Yeah, backstab and primal split. CTY is probably gonna get wrecked. Are they gonna do anything about it? Yeah, Chronosphere, one of Chronosphere.
Chronosphere, and there comes the Mystic Play, gonna finish Vengeful Spirit, that's 3 down, Death Prophet dies inside the Chronosphere, Rubik also goes down, and HGT, they're currently leading 11-1, and unfortunately DK faltering here, another 2,000 gold swing against them, and then now a good 3,000 behind, about to lose a tier mid as well, Slash. This is so like, what do you think they can do to actually try and basically disengage and not make these fights? Because right now HGT can actually push in and knock out these towers fairly quickly.
Yeah, it's as I said, it's just the weakness of your lineup. Doom and Dusa are both defensive cores, so unless you get Doom ultra fat, but you send him solo safe lane against a dual lane with the Lich, so that's not happening. So I guess I don't know. DK got this. They got Lincolns on Dusa. Everything's fine. I don't know, it's basically defend high ground. Just don't let HT get high ground, don't get picked off outside, and you maybe have a shot of winning the game. But
so basically wait for HGT to hopefully overextend, make a mistake, and then successfully punish them for it, which, you know, turnaround goal could happen. I mean, if they do make an overzealous attack, and again, have a Chronosphere stolen, and then walk into a bad Stone Gaze and an Exorcism, could happen. I mean, there's a lot of CC getting thrown in there, and the physical DPS is actually pretty shocking against some of these really, like, 900 health snipers. Got Mjolnir and Agitrez. They get the damage on him, he will drop very quickly.
Yeah, if you can actually get past all the other stuff. If you get past the Chronosphere, Brewmaster Split, Lich Chain Frost, and everything else. So, yeah, it's kind of a bit of a tall order. I think the thing at the moment is HGT, they still need more items to be able to go high ground. They need Sniper as the main damage dealer on the towers. You can't really grab the tower with Void that easily, so
not unless you want to be Sniper.
Yeah, pretty much. So they need more items on the Sniper before they go high ground. The thing is, as long as HGT currently just suffocates DK, so DK always has to clump up S5 and farm inefficiently, they're gonna be fine. But, I mean, this version, the throws are very much possible. And you see it quite often in many, many games, like turnarounds and then counter throws and everything else. So this game is not over yet. I mean, HGT, they still have a potential to throw if they like dive too deep, and as you said before, get caught by a Stone Gaze and then get shredded by the DP ultimate. But yeah.
I'm going to be actually, well, it looks like HGT are saying, alright, throw caution, let's go for a smoke gank here, and it's going to be the Medusa. She's got the Lincolns up, maybe she can try and Stone Gaze her way out, maybe.
Is she going to TP right? If she doesn't TP right now, she's going to be in a lot of hurt because smoke's going to break. And smoke's breaking, they know she's there. They can't actually do anything to stop it.
Void could have left the Chrono, but decided not to.
Yeah, pretty much. They lost the Courier?
Yeah, wait, wrong one. I'm looking at the Dire one. No, nothing on it. Looks like it was returning from Medusa.
Still annoying, yeah. I mean, I think it delivered a TP scroll or something, so... But yeah, the supports are just getting the Courier instead. And that's currently Roshan. DK can't do anything to stop it. First of all, they're not in position. Second of all, they're gonna lose the fight if they try to. So
I think they're doing the right thing here. Just counter pushing top, trying to put some damage on this tier 2. Maybe even take it. It's pretty damn low. Maybe they can buy some time, or at least just find some farm.
Yes, they are second the Ancients, so just trying to make the most out of it. But it's at the moment, I don't know. It's gonna be. Once again, I think similar to game 1, it's going to be a bit of a passive game. HG have the advantage, but they don't really want to press it because, as I said, it's not that easy to go hard ground yet. They're probably going to take outer towers at some point. There are still 2 tier 2s on the side standing, so that's pretty much it.
Would you say the throw factor with the patch, with the 6.82 patch has made already cautious Chinese teams even more cautious?
I would say so, yeah. I think the old patch was actually quite good because there were teams like Vici who just went early game, all out early game aggression. Is Void gonna leap? Is he gonna chrono?
He's gonna chrono.
Yeah, he's gonna chrono.
Stone Gaze will force him back there, and it looks like they'll know the reinforcements coming out. Here comes Lich, gonna go in, does have the chain post up, and it goes for the split there. Now we've got the slow, the rock gets chucked as well. It's on top of Colt. Now the chain post comes out, only gonna hit XPJ. Gets brought down by the sniper though, headshotted to death. Cold Snap trying to get away, swaps out, gives them Doom instead. Hey, we'll get assassinated anyway. Doom goes in. As CTY still trying for all his water. So Jalen gets Doom now. They might be able to turn this around. Maybe, just maybe. In comes the extra damage, but in comes the Panda. Mystic Flare as well. Down goes Death's Brother. That's a 4-for-1 trade. Not good for DK at all.
Leap. Is it gonna be a bash? Bash? Yeah, there we go. Bash? One more bash? Oh, concussive shot. Bash. Easy. And yeah. Full team wipe. It looked kind of funny because Rubik still chrono. He tried to turn on chrono, but he died before he could get it off. Sniper just killed him.
Yeah.
So.
Poor Vengeful swapping, getting assassinated while swapping a Doom to get killed as well.
Yeah, that was.
At least he got the Doom off on
that felt like more of a pub game move. Basically, oh, I'm probably dead, but I'll try to get you killed as well. So. Yeah, I don't know. As for Zed, somebody got doomed, and you saw what he did. He just stood there and just started DPSing. I don't give a shit.
Well, you don't disable my passives. I'm just gonna keep headshotting you.
Yeah, pretty much. It's nothing to do then. Void was just running rampant. It was the correct decision to try to kill the sniper at that point because Void has Aegis. So. Still,
I mean, they weren't getting away. They're all in. They were stuck.
It's not. Oh, they found the stack. Oh
Oh
god.
no. Oh dear.
Not our stack, please. I mean, this is so painful. They worked so long to actually manage to stack it, but Void, and they can't even do anything about it. They can't contest it. Are you serious?
He's going for Crimson Gun. I thought he was going to next, but it's Crimson. I mean, they've got a lot of physical damage, so maybe. I mean, you blocked, like, Sniper hits you 5 times. You've basically given them the same amount of EHP, haven't you? In terms of the heal. It's not.
They need, like, in Aghanim's, they need something on the Doom. He's I think, is he the fattest hero? Okay,
he's
Chronosphere? Yeah, he has Chrono. He has Chrono. He's not getting out of this. He's dead.
Yeah. Put him in the corner, block him in. He's gonna say, you know, I can do this without Chrono.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna Chrono.
Oh, no kill steal. That's a shame. I thought that was just gonna steal it, but too much damage from the Void. Yeah. Crimson Guard is not going to do anything. It's not going to change it. They are still going to explode.
They really need. Maybe if they got that stack on Medusa, maybe she could get a core item out now. She's got the Lincolns in 2.4k. If she got that stack, that'd easily be a core item. I think. It's like what, 4 stacks there?
The sad thing is, if you get like, let's say Medusa has, we just give her a Manta style. That's still not going to change the way the game's looking. No, so if you just give her a free Manta style, it's not going to change it. You probably need to. She needs to have Manta, Butterfly.
Is under attack.
Then maybe, yeah. Then maybe they could actually do something. But they still need so many items on her, and Panda's just going to blink clap her and split.
So we're going to see Medusa. Problem trouble here. Does pop the Stone Gate. It's not really going to have much.
It's not going to work on the Pandas.
Pandas just laugh it off there. Is he going to throw her up in the air as well?
Oh, CTY, don't show. If CTY shows himself, he's going to die as well.
Mystic Flare, goodbye Medusa, and CTY now skulking. Stay in the trees where it's safe, don't come out.
I think his fingers were itching. I think he thought about helping the Medusa. If he would have shown himself, he would have died.
That'd be a horse moment. Just come out and fight.
Yeah. Oh, I'm loving this pickup from Void. This is so good against Dusa.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Actually, speaking of the mana burn, like, how do you feel about like mass necrobooks against Medusa? I really scared, but I feel like it's solid against her.
Like, mass necrobooks is, in my book, is good in every game if you can get it. It's just most of the time people are like, dude, this got back to the regen, I'm just saying.
Like, well, I'm here, I might as well. If I shoot my gun close, it looks cool. Let's do it. Manta, like you said, the illusions with mana burn. Oh man, she's not going to lock down at all. She is, uses himself, that might have been a... That's gonna be okay.
They're just gonna take the tower. They're just objective-based gaming, man.
Yeah.
Since DK's not putting in...
I was gonna say, in that case, it would probably be better if she yields the Faceless Void rather than herself, because if she yields herself, she's just gonna sit there and try and kill him when she comes down.
Yeah. It's a safer play to just use the Void. But the thing is, he got the Manta Star to get out of the DP silence, then it combos really nicely with the Diffuser Blade, and it's incredibly good against Dusa. It's just a hero, man. Dusa has got top CS, but she doesn't. Wow, support Skyward with the Bloodstone. Holy shit. Okay.
Wow.
Well, that game's not going well. You know you're in trouble if you like support Skyward with a 30-minute Bloodstone.
30-minute Bloodstone. So, you know, I don't even need something like a Hex or a 4-star. Let's just buy a Bloodstone.
Well, this is just so sad. You do realize that he's got more HP than the opposing DP, right? That probably has less. Yeah, he's got 1.5k HP. He's got more HP than the Death Prophet, so that's kind of sad.
With the Frost Armor, he's got the equivalent to her freaking plate mail as well.
Yeah.
He's actually tankier than DP. That's actually upsetting.
Well, you're smoking? Wow. Okay, if you're taking
well,
the fight outside the
they've
base...
got to do something. I mean, they get a lucky pick-offs. Maybe they can go. They're going to jump up there, jumping off the Brimblast. Not enough damage. He's getting beaten down. There comes the Chrono. He's going to catch 3, and it's got the PS. There's no saving swap. Medusa is going to get caught out here as well. So it looks like Void's getting chased. Nix is doing some damage. Doom's still trying to fight Brimblast on the top of the cliff. Not really working out for him there. Now Void getting down by the system. They're still losing the fight on top of the cliff. Oh my god, what is going on? BTY though. No, it doesn't quite get the kill. The Scar's too tanky.
And GG.
Medusa will get bashed down and jeez. It's like a freaking scene from Highland where they're on top of the mountain trying to find going. There can only be one.
That is, since when was that a good idea? You're behind, and then the only way you're gonna win the game is if you stay in your base, and the one thing you do is smoke 5 and go outside and take the fight.
I've seen like YOLO Smoke return games because they smoke and the other team is retreating, but they're not grouped. And the smoke will come out and catch 1 or 2 important heroes and will give them such a good goal boost. It's like just sort of, it's an all-in. Either it works or it goes like that. It fails spectacularly. So I mean, when you're that far behind and you have no room to farm, I can see it. Why not? It's the all-in YOLO Smoke. Maybe you get a win and get the game back on track, or maybe you just get crushed and your misery is over. Anyway, guys, this was Profoman and Slash joining me as my co-cast tonight, providing some insight so we didn't just have me, a trash can, trying to commentate. That was a 31-minute win to HGT. They do take both games, so DK, your rares are gone. Sorry. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back at what time is it? 2100 hours, 9 p.m. Singaporean time, which will translate to 1 p.m. Central European time, and we'll be back with the next game. No, that's wrong. I'm wrong. Disregard. Jesus Christ, time zones. Because we've got two free spots that aren't being played tonight. We'll have yeah, there we go. It will be 1500, 3 p.m. Central European time, and it will be. Actually, that might have been changed. Disregard everything. Just come back at 9 p.m. I've got to check which teams are actually playing. We've had a lot of reschedules, so I've actually got to double check. I don't want to be telling everybody everything. Anyway, Slash, thanks for joining me. Great to cast with you.